taking action for you. 7 Action News This Morning starts right now.
Could the popular video app TikTok's days be numbered in the U.S.? What a new executive order by President Trump is calling for, and reaction to the news on social media.
Expanding the mask mandate across Michigan. What's being done to try to keep children safe from the coronavirus?
Plus, a warning from police after at least 3 senior houses are targeted in home invasions. How investigators say the thieves are getting inside.
Good morning, early risers. Welcome to Friday, TGIF. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Alicia Smith.
And I'm Brian Abel in for Keenan. And we do have quite a bit to get to this morning, so let's kick it off with our 7 First Alert meteorologist forecast with Hallie Vogel in for Kevin Jeans.
All right, good morning and a beautiful Friday. Already shaping up with the clear skies, sunshine on the way, and warm temperatures with low humidity. So I think that's the way a lot of us like our summer days. 60 degrees at Metro right now. A lot of areas in the 50s. Plymouth, you're at 56. Belleville also at 56, and Flat Rock alike. So there are some mid-50s out there. 62 in Birmingham. Clinton Township, you're in the mid-50s, and Romeo 56 degrees. If you're taking the dog out early this morning, they want just a light jacket. Won't certainly need it. You can leave it behind by mid-morning into the afternoon. 0 visibility, which means we're going to have a tough go around the Ann Arbor area, so take it slow. 2-mile visibility actually has improved a little bit around Port Huron. Our temperatures today, 81. We warm up to 84 tomorrow. Still relatively low humidity on Saturday. More humid with our rain chance on Sunday. And look at those temperatures right back into the upper 80s. We'll time out that rain chance and talk about how long the hot weather sticks around coming up. Allie?
We are having a great Friday as far as your morning commute goes. Now, we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown, but that's pretty typical on 94. So we're looking at Michigan to 96, 6 minutes in the yellow. I-75 southbound from M59 to 696, 15 minutes in the green. Also in the green on 75 northbound Southfield to 96, 7 minutes in the green. So things looking good out there. It's reflected out on our roads. We are going to be taking a live look now from Chopper 7. This is a look right now at 696 and Telegraph. Things looking good so far in this area, but I'll let you know if I see any crashes out there.
All right, Allie, thank you. We will turn now to President Trump's latest move against the widely popular video app TikTok.
Last night, President Trump signed an executive order moving up the deadline for the Chinese-owned app to find a new U.S. owner. 7 Action News reporter Jen Shantz is joining us live this morning. Jen, so many people are on this app. They love using it. What can you tell us about this executive order?
Yeah, more than 175 million Americans using this app, Alicia, and the executive order signed late last night by President Trump essentially puts a timestamp on the app's parent company, ByteDance. As you mentioned, it is based in China, to find a new owner within 45 days or risk TikTok being banned in the U.S. altogether. According to an executive order signed last night by President Trump, Americans have downloaded the video app TikTok 175 million times. It's hugely popular with teenagers and young adults. And now the president wants it out of the hands of its Chinese owners, ByteDance, by September 20th. Or he says he'll ban the app in the U.S. The president claims the app automatically captures large amounts of American user data and could potentially threaten national security. ByteDance is reportedly in talks with Microsoft to buy TikTok. The president earlier this week weighing in on that potential deal.
I did say that if you buy it, whatever the price is, that goes to whoever owns it, because I guess it's China, essentially, but more than anything else. I said a very substantial portion of that price is going to have to come into the Treasury of the United States, because we're making it possible for this deal to happen.
A possible TikTok ban has sparked a lot of reaction on social media from Channel 7 viewers. Larry says, quote, "What a ridiculous thing for a president to have time to do in the middle of a pandemic." Willa writing, "The irony is this step is exactly in line with China's limitations on outside media influences." Vince supporting the idea, saying they are a national security problem, just like Facebook. In a statement, ByteDance says, quote, "We still adhere to the vision of globalization and continue to increase investment in markets around the world, including China, to create value for users around the world."
Jen Shantz back live for us. And Jen, I know there's a lot of legal questions, but there's also the question of the U.S. wanting a portion of the proceeds from a would-be deal with Microsoft. How would that happen?
It's a great question, Brian, and it's one that experts are kind of scratching their heads on this morning. Prior to this 45-day deadline being moved up to September 20th, it was originally September 15th. A fellow with the Brookings Institute telling ABC that that's not only unprecedented, but he believes illegal. So there will be a lot of legal questions. And just moments ago, we saw a statement from TikTok on this. They say in part they're shocked by this executive order, and they say it was done without due process. You can read that full statement on our website, WXYZ.com. Reporting live this morning, Jen Shantz, 7 Action News.
A lot of legal analysis and potentially challenges in the future on this one.
Right.
All right, Jen, thank you.
6:05 is the time now. Detroit's police chief says that the system is broken across the country and in Michigan when it comes to getting many people the help they need. Chief James Craig says a lack of funding for mental health has led to dangerous situations where police have had to shoot 4 people in the span of just 3 weeks. 7 Action News talked with Chief Craig about this issue.
You think some of these individuals are suffering from some mental crisis? Where's the problem? Is it with law enforcement or is it with a broken system? Where are the courts on this issue?
Chief Craig says that Darian Walker was shot and killed by police on July 30th after wielding a sword and throwing a dagger at officers. Craig says Walker had been released from a crisis center less than 24 hours earlier.
We do have a warning about thieves in Troy allegedly targeting older victims in a string of home invasions. Now, police say 2 crimes happened Wednesday, and investigators, they're looking into a 3rd attempted home invasion. Police tell us the suspects dressing as utility workers to get in seniors' homes. One of the victims says people posing as water department workers stole her safe and jewelry.
I really feel terrible. I felt so bad I couldn't sleep all night.
And since we're told 3 people have come forward with similar stories, Troy police, they've released this video of the car that may be connected to the crimes. It appears to be a light brown Chevrolet sedan. Anyone with information, call Troy police rather.
We turn now to the latest coronavirus headlines. 722 new cases of the virus were reported on Thursday in Michigan, bringing the total to more than 85,000 cases.
And 26 new deaths also reported. 17 of those, however, identified through vital records review. More than 6,200 Michiganders have died from this virus.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer has issued a new executive order expanding the state's mask mandate. It requires face coverings to be worn in all child care centers and camps across Michigan. For child care facilities, the order calls for all staff and children aged 2 and up to wear face coverings in common indoor spaces. For all camps, all staff and all children 12 and older are required to wear a face covering when in classrooms, homes, cabins, or similar indoor small group settings. The governor's office says that outbreaks have been linked to these locations.
And today, MGM Grand Detroit reopening to the public after 2 days of being invitation only. That's set for this morning at 10. Now, Greytown and Motor City casinos, they reopen to the public on Wednesday.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has tested negative for COVID-19 after testing positive initially just before he was set to meet with President Trump Thursday. DeWine took the first test as part of standard protocol to greet President Trump at an airport in Cleveland. It was an antigen test that allows for a quicker turnaround time. Governor DeWine had planned to join the president on a visit to the Whirlpool plant in Clyde near Sandusky. DeWine and his wife both took tests.
And a beautiful Friday shaping up. Clear sky now, sunshine for the afternoon. Might want to take in that morning round of golf. By the afternoon, our highs around 80 degrees. Bloomfield Hills, you can see your temperatures climbing to 75 even by noon. A weekend warm up on the way. I'll have your full forecast ahead.
Take a live look now. I-75 south of Jocelyn. You might remember we saw some traffic jams because of crashes on I-75 around this time yesterday, but things looking much better this morning. No crashes out there slowing you down.
Thank you, Allie. 609 investigating the U.S. Postal Service.
The answer Senator Gary Peters is trying to find about the mail from the Postmaster General.
Also next, Money Smart Kids. You don't have to wait until school begins to start these life lessons. We'll share what works for one local family and some virtual tools you might like. It's today's Don't Waste Your Money report. You're watching 7 Action News this morning. Hey, do you know money skills are rooted in your childhood experiences? So getting kids off on the right financial foot is essential. Here are some tools for parents and kids so you don't waste your money.
16-year-old Isabel is doing the laundry. 13-year-old Javi is walking the dog. 10-year-old Maddie is helping to bake. Mary Aviles' kids in Bloomfield Hills are earning allowance using the Busy Kid app.
It's really helpful when it comes to allowance.
Javi enjoys checking off completed chores, earning 25 cents for making his bed, and up to $2.50 when he helps prepare meals.
I like that I can bonus them when they do extra things. So we have like a list of chores that I don't like to do. So if anybody wants to do anything off that list, they get bonused.
Have you kids taken advantage of mom's bonus chores?
I have. I've been giving the dog that.
The app links the parent's bank account or spending card to the Busy Kid account. There's no subscription fee, but parents can buy a Busy Kid prepaid Visa spending card for $7.99 a year for the child.
I like to describe Busy Kid as simply your kid's first job with direct deposit.
App creator Greg Merced is a financial planner and father of 6. What are you trying to teach the kids with this app?
You're essentially trying to teach them 2 primary things. Okay, one is work ethic. Get off the couch and go do something. And then the next thing is money management.
The app splits the money into 3 buckets automatically: savings, sharing, and spending. Kids can even start investing in the stock market.
I have a Ford stock and a Bed Bath & Beyond stock.
There are similar apps like Allowance and Chores Bot, Greenlight Debit Card for Kids, and Rooster Money Allowance Manager, just to name a few.
Don't forget there's a bill that will have to be paid.
One free online tool for parents and teachers is on Discovery education site chud-chingusa.org, which is supported by the Jackson Charitable Foundation in Lansing.
It's a series of 3-minute music videos that teach students how to earn, save, spend, and donate.
Single mom Mary Aviles is glad her kids are becoming money smart.
To understand that we all we function as a community and that we all have a role in the community, and the app sort of helps encourage that conversation on a regular basis.
A big thanks to the Aviles family for sharing that story with us, and also Danielle Robinson in Lansing with the Jackson Charitable Foundation. Now, if you'd like to download the free resources from Cha-Ching USA, we do have a link with this story on our website, and obviously a link to Busy Kid app's information as well. But I mean, these kids, they're investing in the stock market, Brian.
I wish I had this when I was growing up. I would be so much more financially savvy at this point in my life.
For sure.
My goodness, it's an impressive app, and good for them.
All right, now, 6:15.
Turning now to the forecast with a live look over Campus Martius. It looks like the sun is coming up there, Hallie.
Yeah, and we're going to have plenty of it as we head through our Friday, Brian. So we had a beautiful day yesterday, 79, felt good. You get a little bit of comfort in the shade, and then you can enjoy the sunshine. It warms up pretty quickly, and that's what we're going to see as we go through our Friday. So great news heading into the weekend. The dry stretch continues, and that continues until Sunday. That'll be our next chance for rain. We come close to 90, may not quite hit 90 in the 7-day forecast, but we'll be close for a couple of days, and just a little bit unsettled next week with a system that gets kind of hung up over the Great Lakes. It is 60 downtown right now, dew point at 52, and we do have a nice calm wind. Lapeer, you're at 51. Ann Arbor, you're still in the 40s with some fog around, and 50 degrees Port Huron. You've been noticing that fog, and visibility has been stuck less than a quarter mile through Washtenaw County, especially around the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, Milan area, and then 2-mile visibility up toward Port Huron. So watching those spots. But high pressure is going to be the key for us, really the dominant feature, and it has been, and it will continue today into tomorrow until finally the next system comes in. And this one we're watching in the move through the upper Midwest by tomorrow, coming closer, but it's Sunday that we'll start to notice at least scattered activity. I think a lot of us will miss out on the rain Sunday. The problem is it does come through as a front, and we are going to see some scattered activity. Now, temperatures by 10 o'clock in the low 70s, and then even mid 70s by noon today. Very comfortable with low humidity. That's a key too. As we warm up even more tomorrow, we're still going to keep the humidity in check even for our Saturday. If you are going to be out on the water, it does look calm for Lake Huron, Lake St. Clair, Claire, calm to 2-foot waves. The same for Lake Erie with water temperatures in the 70s, so it looks fantastic. Looking ahead to our weekend with our hour-by-hour forecast tomorrow morning. Green Bay, parts of the western UP getting some rain, but Metro Detroit staying high and dry all the way through Saturday night. By Sunday morning, a few areas of showers, and that's what I said. It's going to be rather scattered for Sunday, and then Sunday night into Monday, it looks like more rain. Really, the wettest time I think will be Monday, and that's really a big spike in our humidity too. It's going to be quite muggy on Monday, lingering into Tuesday too. Temperatures today, we top off 81 for a high, mostly sunny and warm. We'll drop down to 61 for a low tonight. It's going to be clear, it's going to be calm with temperatures. We're pushing 90 Sunday and Monday.
Taking a look now at eastbound I-94. The lanes here are going to be shutting down for a little bit of weekend work. So it's happening right here at Gratiot and following all the way up to 696. Now, you might remember the last time this shut down, it was closed a little bit longer because of road shifting. I don't think that's going to happen because the weather has been cool, so it's not shifting that concrete. So hopefully we'll be opening on time Monday at 5 a.m. You do have Gratiot over here to the west. You can use that to get around. Live look now at our roads. We are going to be taking a look here. I-275 and Ann Arbor Road, not seeing any crashes out there, but I'll let you know if something slows you down.
Thank you, Allie. 6:18 is the time now. Michigan's primary broke records on Tuesday as 2.5 million people voted.
Impressive. It's almost a third of the state's voting age population.
Many people took advantage of absentee voting during this pandemic. The Secretary of State says that the vote count passed the previous record of 2.2 million that was made 2 years ago. Back then, there were big contested races, too, for governor and U.S. Senate. Close to 1.6 million ballots were absentee, returned by mail, or placed in drop boxes, and that topped a record previously set in November of 2016.
Senator Gary Peters launching an investigation into the U.S. Postal Service. Peters says he's looking into reported delays that are preventing people from receiving critical mail on time. That includes prescription drugs and mail-in ballots. Now, Peters, he is the top-ranking Democrat on the committee that oversees the Postal Service. He says the Postmaster General has failed to provide answers when pressed for details. And the Salvation Army teaming up this weekend with Walmart to make sure kids in the Detroit area have some school supplies.
It's all part of the annual Stuff the Bus collection drive. The Salvation Army will provide a list of supplies for shoppers to choose from as they take care of their own back-to-school shopping there at Walmart. The donations can be dropped off in a bin in front of any Walmart store, and then they will be distributed to families in need.
Now, Stuff the Bus will take place today through Sunday at the more than 20 Walmart stores across the Detroit area.
I mean, they make it easy for you because you're already there doing your back-to-school shopping, so then you just buy a few extra items and drop it as you leave.
Super simple, good cause, and kids need some different stuff this year from being from home, so they got to restock. All right, we do have 6:20 now. Cadillac looking to the future. The GM brand unveiling its first all-electric crossover, the Lyric, when you'll be able to get behind the wheel.
Today's Workers Wanted is brought to us by United Shore. They are looking for people who want to thrive in a new career. United Shore has hundreds of open positions from entry level to expert. There are career advancement opportunities with comprehensive benefits, perks, and amenities. No mortgage experience is needed, and you will get paid training. For more information, just head to WXYZ.com/workerswanted. Good luck.
We've had a little fog around on this Friday, just a couple of spots around the Ann Arbor area. Already seeing some pretty good improvement there. 4-mile visibility, Port Huron alike. You're at 3 mile, and elsewhere we're in really good shape. So weather is quiet for our Friday, which is nice to kick off the weekend. Shelby, you're at 54 degrees with a high of 81. Canton, 55, 83. So comfortable temperatures this morning, a little bit below average. We'll be close to average this afternoon. Commerce, a high of 81, but those temperatures will climb. We're in for a weekend warm up. I'll have details in your full forecast.
All right. Thank you, Hallie. 6:24. NASCAR's back at Michigan International Speedway this weekend.
4 races in 3 different NASCAR series are on the schedule today through Sunday. Now, that includes the postponed Firekeepers Casino 400 and the Consumers Energy 400. Now, these races, unfortunately, they'll be on TV only. Fans not allowed in the stands.
Right. You saw those campers and folks packed in there. This is obviously old footage.
Yes. Cadillac says it's driving into the future with its newest crossover.
The company had a big unveiling of its new crossover. The iconic GM brand rolled out the Cadillac Lyric crossover in a virtual event last night. I know, it is sleek. It's Cadillac's first all-electric vehicle. GM says that it's the first of many electric vehicles the company plans to produce in the coming years. The Lyric is expected to hit the road in 2022.
I feel like that's pretty early release for us to be seeing this up close, considering it's still 2 years away.
Looking forward to it. Time now is 6:25, and time to see what's straight ahead. And Good Morning America.
Ginger Z live from New York with a preview. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning, Brian and Alicia. You hear the hum of the generators? Well, I'm not in the basement this morning. We had to come outside and have a whole crew set up because we still don't have power, and our generator gave out, actually. And so a lot of people are in the same boat as my family. 1.3 million customers still without power. This morning, parts of Manhattan going out. Governor Cuomo, Governor Lamont both saying something's wrong here, and they're calling for an investigation. So we'll have the latest on that. And also the coronavirus emergency. More than 160,000 lives lost now. And you've got new warnings from Dr. Birx saying that there are early signs of possible trouble in 9 major cities and California's Central Valley. President Trump is saying that he's optimistic there's going to be a vaccine by Election Day, despite what the experts are saying. So we're going to have the latest there. Also, the new health alert about marijuana and your heart. Sales have been spiking during the pandemic, so we're going to discuss. And then Alyssa Milano is opening up about her months-long battle with COVID, saying that she thought she was going to die. Her message for everyone this morning. And then one couple sharing their tips for getting fit during quarantine, and the fashion in Black is King. We'll have the latest on what Beyonce did there. It's all coming up right here on GMA. A rainy morning here from my driveway.
I know. You were so resilient. Hang in there, Ginger.
Hope you get your power back soon, Ginger.
Right.
Thank you.
Time now, 6:27. In the next 30 minutes here, we're bringing you stories from Grosse Pointe Woods, Ferndale, and Novi.
That's where a man is on the mend after battling the coronavirus. His incredible fight after spending 3 months in the hospital.
Plus, a Metro Detroit bride in Beirut during the devastating blast is now sharing her story with us, what she's saying about that day and her dilemma before returning to the U.S. You're watching 7 Action News on this Friday morning.
Taking action for you. You're watching 7 Action News this morning.
At 6:30, the state of Michigan schools as more districts make decisions about the fall.
The reality is we want to take as much time as we can to make a well-informed plan.
The panel discussion tonight involving schools from across Metro Detroit.
A disturbing Zoom hack during a school board meeting. What happened as a crucial issue was under discussion.
Plus, the long road to recovery after fighting the coronavirus.
Every day I wake up and I don't struggle. I pray and I thank God for what I have.
How one local man is rehabilitating after 3 months in the hospital.
Good morning, early risers. Thanks for waking up with us on this Friday. It is August the 7th. I'm Alicia Smith.
Can you believe it's August 7th already?
I can't.
I'm Brian Abel. Time has been flying and I can't keep track of the days anymore.
Right.
But I know that today is going to be nice in the weather department because Hallie Vogel's in studio, and when that happens, naturally.
Naturally, I keep my fingers crossed is what I do. But yeah, it is going to be a nice day. So today I don't have to cross the fingers. By Sunday when I'm in the studio, yeah, I'm going to have to a little bit with the chance for some storms. We could use the rain. We've had, a pretty good deal of rain the last week or week and a half. But during the month of July, it was a tough go just because we got so much on a single day, just over a period of a couple of days in July. So you know how that went. We are going to see the rain, but it's not until Sunday and then a bit unsettled into next week. But 60 degrees right now downtown, 55 in Pontiac, still in the 40s in Ann Arbor, 50 degrees at Port Huron. So temperatures for most of us are in the 50s, and we're going to see high pressure and some sunshine today. So high pressure is what brings us the nice weather. That remains dominant for today and most of tomorrow. It slides away from the region on Sunday, allowing the clouds, the rain, and more humidity too. But look at these highs. Our average is 82. We're so close to that. What a beautiful Friday. We'll focus on that and then talk more about the rain chances coming up in your full forecast.
The morning drive looking great so far. It's always nice to have a good morning drive on a Friday so things aren't slowing you down as you head off to work, and only 8 hours until the weekend. 696 westbound, 75 to the Lodge there, 7 minutes in the green. Also the Lodge southbound, 8 miles to Davison, 7 minutes in the green. Slight bit of slowdown on 94 eastbound Michigan to 96, but this is pretty typical in the morning commute. If we go ahead and take a live look now at our roads, you can see out here from our roads at 696 in Inkster that things are flowing smoothly. I'll keep an eye out, let you know if I see any crashes that could keep you congested or stuck in traffic.
All right, thank you.
My neck of the woods right there.
There you go.
633 school districts in the Detroit area are still working to finalize back-to-school plans, and they are facing some difficult decisions. They're also coping with funding problems.
And later this morning, some education leaders in the Detroit area, they will be hosting a media roundtable to discuss what they call a financial crisis that schools are facing. And 7 Action News reporter Simon Chowdhury live in Grosse Pointe Woods with the story. And Simon, first of all, good morning. Secondly, I know Grosse Pointe Schools is one of the districts starting off the year virtual. Which districts are now being added to that list?
Yeah, Brian, that list seems to be getting a little bit bigger. Ferndale has been added to that list. Rochester Schools, Northville Public Schools, like you mentioned, Grosse Pointe, and did I say Northville? I did, yes, thank you. Ferndale, Rochester, they all have joined that list of for the virtual start of the school year. Now, there are some school districts, though, that are still finalizing their plans. That includes Dearborn Schools. We're waiting to see what they come up with. That decision will be made on Monday, but educators are still wondering what's going on with school funding.
We want to take as much time as we can to make a well-informed plan, because we also know that the situation is continuing to change.
Dearborn school officials are discussing back-to-school plans, going over 3 recommended models. One is almost fully virtual, minus learning labs and small groups for children who need extra support or have special needs. Another plan is hybrid for elementary students and virtual for secondary students. The third plan, hybrid for all grades. The Dearborn School Board will decide Monday.
No matter what decision is made, there's going to be people that will not be pleased.
Over in Novi, the school board went with a hybrid model and virtual option. Last month, we talked with a school superintendent who said he wasn't supportive of a hybrid model. But as he showed 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell, the spacing needed in a classroom to practice social distancing will not allow for a full-time program. He says summer school was successful like this and believes it can keep kids safe.
We're going to try and use the lessons that we learned there and translate some of those lessons into what we're going to do this fall.
And these decisions are being made while questions about school funding loom. School officials want to know how online learning will be funded, what will per pupil funding be for this school year, and will last year's enrollment be used to determine funding as more students are being homeschooled this year. No word on when the state legislature will have answers to that. Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist says, as a parent, he's frustrated by this.
Legislature, their whole job in government is to figure out the purse strings, and so they need to step up and do that.
A lot weighing on the minds of educators right now, and obviously parents and students. Simon, what do some school leaders want to see happen?
Well, Alicia, when it comes to the school budget, again, some of them are calling this a financial crisis. They want state lawmakers to fill the budget shortfall while they wait for federal funding. Again, no word on when all this is going to take place in the state legislature. And the virtual discussion is being held this morning at 9:30. Education leaders from Macomb, Wayne, and Oakland counties will be joining in that call. We'll, of course, give you an update on 7 Action News at noon and online at WXYZ.com. And Alicia, just to give another chuckle, it was Ann Arbor schools that I forgot to mention. That list, like I had mentioned, is growing, so I was just trying to mention that. So right now we have Ferndale, Grosse Pointe, Northville, Rochester, and Ann Arbor, just to name a few who are going virtual this fall.
And that list will likely grow. Obviously, many districts are battling what to do right now, weighing what to do. Thank you, Simon, for that live update.
And while deciding what to do, a disturbing Zoom hack disrupted a school board meeting in Ferndale last night. Someone breaking into the system to display graphically violent video and other offensive images, including a swastika. Now, this happened as the board faced the decision, as Simon was mentioning, about what school will look like this fall. In the end, members decided to join a growing list of districts that will not return to in-person classes.
For continuing coverage as students head safely back to school, you can head to our website, WXYZ.com.
All right, a coronavirus survivor back home after 3 months in the hospital.
He's struggling to get his old life back as he recovers. Linus Parker is from Novi. He loved golfing and fishing. He was active in his local theater. All that changed back on April 1st when he was infected with the coronavirus.
Parker spent 3 months in the hospital and one of those months on a ventilator, eventually losing 50 pounds. He's now having trouble eating and walking, and Parker knows he has a long road ahead, but he also has some gratitude.
Every day I wake up and I don't struggle. I pray and I thank God for what I have, because it's really, really easy to think about what I lost, what I don't have, you know. But I think that's a trap, and so I'm not going to fall into that. I'm going to celebrate everything.
This is just an important reminder: when we say recover, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are going well. Parker, for many things he is thankful for, including his family and friends who prayed for him during his battle with COVID-19. All right, time now, 6:38, and a bride from Troy now sharing her story of the deadly blast in Beirut this week.
You probably saw the viral video here of her wedding day. Isra Al-Sablani from Troy traveled to Lebanon to get married, and when she was in the middle of this video shoot, you see right there, that's when the explosion nearly blew her off her feet. At least 130 people have been killed. Thousands are wounded. That was right after a stockpile of ammonium nitrate at a harbor warehouse blew up. Isra's husband, Ahmed, tried to get her into a nearby shelter, but since Isra is a doctor, she rushed back outside to help victims. Well, now she needs help.
That's because her husband can't join her in America because the U.S. government hasn't approved his immigration status. Now, the couple waited 3 years to get married, and that ceremony it kept on getting postponed. And now, after the life-changing tragedy, Isra doesn't want to leave her husband's side, as you can imagine.
How can I go without him? What if something happened to him? You know, so I've been waiting for this moment for 3 years now, and now after all what happened, I have to go there without him.
Isra is supposed to return to the United States on August 22nd, and she's now pleading for the U.S. to expedite her husband's paperwork so he can move to Michigan with her.
I know there are some lawmakers that are looking into this right now, actually, so
we'll see what happens. Time now, 6:40. Fighting the coronavirus with technology.
The gadgets a local business is using to help stop the spread of COVID-19.
The federal government investigating after an air traffic controller blows the whistle on alleged dangerous landing practices at Detroit Metro Airport. 7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo is joining us live in just a moment with a look at how the FAA is responding and what comes next.
But first, a live look over Southfield. Hallie says today will be comfortable, but things will be heating up for your weekend. We'll have your updated forecast in 7 minutes or less.
A live look now at your roads. We are taking a look here from one of our MDOT cameras, I-96 in Pleasant Valley. It's a little blurry, but you can see there's no traffic congestion at this point. We do have some weekend traffic in the Southfield area near the Lodge and Telegraph that might slow you down. I'll give you a little sneak peek coming up after the break.
An air traffic controller at Detroit Metro Airport blowing the whistle on what he calls a dangerous system used during landings at the airport.
The 7 investigators broke this story last night at 6, and now the U.S. Special Counsel has alerted the president to these safety concerns.
7 investigator Heather Catallo been looking and investigating this for months.
Great work reporting on this, Heather, of course, now joining us live to break down this investigation. So what happens next, Heather?
Well, this air traffic controller at Metro Airport filed this official whistleblower complaint with the U.S. Special Counsel. That investigation started back in 2018, but the report has just been made public. Now, this air traffic controller is a man named Vince Sugent. He's been a controller at Metro in the tower there for decades. He says when the FAA started doing certain landings on the westernmost runway, the antenna system called an ILS offset locator that's crucial for the pilots to chart their course for the landing is located in a spot where it often gets blocked by planes as they taxi. So that means the signal for the pilots gets interrupted, which could be really dangerous. Let's listen to some of the radar traffic that we've obtained.
You guys need to be off of Yankee and go to Zulu.
Trust me, that's a constant discussion.
No, it's not a discussion. It's a safety issue coming from the pilots.
You guys can call the tower and talk to the supervisor about that. It's out of my control, and I agree with you.
I need a phone number.
Do you guys have any issues with the localizer on 22 right tonight? That was part of why we had some issues with the course. We get some intermittent signal and the localizer on final there.
Why did you blow the whistle?
I was concerned for the safety of the flying public and the pilots.
Veteran air traffic controller Vincent Sugent has worked in the Detroit Metro Tower for decades. Sugent says he told Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA management, about the problem with the offset localizer in 2015.
I said, there's going to be an issue. And I said, we need to stop this.
Sugent says if the signal to the planes gets interrupted, the pilots can overshoot the runway, forcing them to abort their landings.
What's the danger?
Well, they could actually hit in poor weather.
So, Heather, what does the FAA say about this?
Well, they've told the U.S. Special Counsel that Sugent's allegations are unsubstantiated, but the Special Counsel disagrees with them and said the FAA's findings do not appear reasonable. And I want to give you a quote here. In his letter to the president, just released this week, the Special Counsel said, quote, "I urge the FAA to further review the safety issues associated with the ILS-Y approach procedure and take the necessary steps to resolve them." So it's now basically up to Congress or the executive branch to determine if the FAA needs more oversight on this. Of course, I have reached out to the FAA to see if they want to comment on this. So far, I have not heard back from them. Alicia and Brian.
I know we have your full investigation for people to watch up on WXYZ.com, and I imagine that there will be a lot more developments in this situation.
Right. When pilots are concerned, you know the passengers would be too. So thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
6:47 as we take this live look over downtown Detroit as the sun is starting to shine there on One Campus Martius and Greektown Casino. A lot of folks have been enjoying the comfortable weather we've been having lately. Have you all enjoyed it?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely on my end.
Yeah, I've heard. I worked the night shift this past Wednesday, and I heard from Glenda and Alan that they just love the heat, the humidity.
Really?
They seemed a little disappointed with the cool down. But personally, yeah, I'm in favor.
I'm going to have to talk with them.
I know, right? I'll just put it out there. We have fans of the heat and humidity. We certainly do, and it will be back. So don't you worry. We're not done with it for good. The rain chances come for the end of the weekend on Sunday, and then the heat, the humidity return. You're going to feel that as early as Sunday and then extending into next week as things will be a bit unsettled. 45 still in Ann Arbor, the chilly spot, 55 in Pontiac. It is 50 in Lapeer, Port Huron alike, and 60 degrees downtown. So these temperatures aren't too bad, pretty cool, but comfortable. 1 mile visibility in Ann Arbor, so watch around Milan, Saline, the Ann Arbor area for at least reduced visibility with the fog. Also up toward Port Huron, we're noticing that fog as well, about a mile visibility for you as well. Next rain chance I mentioned on Sunday, but just showing you how far it has to go. So it has a lot of real estate to cover until it gets here. So that's where we're going to see some dry days right in between. For Berkeley today, just like everybody else, your temperatures look fantastic by 2 o'clock, close to 80, low 80s for highs. Your sunset time at 8:44. So a great day for a park, a bike ride. If you're headed to the pool, just make sure, of course, these are the months you need that sunscreen. But by the evening, our temperatures will drop down into the 70s, mid 70s by 8 o'clock, low 70s by 9. Still very comfortable. So the humidity in check. Have some heat building back to the west. We'll watch that for the weekend. Our temperatures will be in the upper 80s with more humidity by the time we hit Sunday. Hour by hour forecast, we're in the clear here. We have a nice clear spot with high pressure all the way through tomorrow. By Sunday morning, spotty rain showers are back. A few thunderstorms will be possible on Sunday afternoon, but the key for Sunday at this point looks to be scattered. It does not look like it's going to last all that long. So temperatures today, 81, 84 degrees tomorrow. Looks great. More humid, hot hotter on Sunday, scattered showers and storms, although it looks more likely for wet weather on Monday and even hotter too, a high near 90.
Taking a look now at some work that's going to be happening on the Lodge and Telegraph. Now, this is going to be happening over the weekend, so it's going to be kicking off here tonight at 10 o'clock and lasting until Sunday, 5 p.m. So we're looking southbound Telegraph to southbound the Lodge. That ramp is going to be closed. Additionally, northbound the Lodge to southbound Telegraph. Those two ramps closing down for the weekend. So keep an eye out for that. You do have Losser to the east that you can use to go ahead and get around. Live look now at our roads. We are going to be taking a look here at 96 in Pleasant Valley. Things looking good. No crashes slowing you down this morning. Alicia?
All right, nice to hear that. Thank you, Allie. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, businesses are adjusting through new technology.
And 7 Action News reporter Darren Cunningham visited a local brewery targeting 2 ways people catch and spread the virus.
Washing your hands at Griffin Claw in Birmingham these days is a little more strategic. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the microbrewery installed new faucets in the restrooms that make sure each wash is thorough, killing germs.
They're touch-free sensors. They time the amount of time that the water comes out, and the soap dispenses automatically after 5 seconds of water. And then there's a 20-second time period for lathering with just the soap.
And then the rinse, which lasts for as long as your hands are underneath the faucet. As marketing director Christopher Lasher explains, this isn't the first time Griffin Claws made news for helping people keep their hands clean. In March, the business made use of its unique machinery, converting its operations to produce hand sanitizer during a national shortage.
We gave free sanitizer with every carryout order. We were able to provide sanitizer to the state of Michigan and everyone else, so that was a source of keeping us going.
And right before reopening dine-in during the pandemic, Lasher says the business wanted the taproom experience to be a breath of fresh air, literally. So the brewery installed 3 air purifiers that he points out will really come in handy in the colder months.
In the summer, it's with the open air and we can have large doors open. It's nice to get fresh air throughout this area. But as far as our guests being safe and comfortable, as well as our employees who have to be here all day, we want them to feel as safe as possible and actually be as safe as possible. So it was just worth the investment to bring in those types of technologies.
Darren Cunningham, 7 Action News.
6:52. Coming up, a look at your top stories.
That includes a roundtable tonight about school plans for the fall.
That's right. We're about a month away from the start of the school year here in Michigan, but many educators are concerned about school funding. We'll tell you more about that virtual discussion taking place today. You're watching 7 Action News this morning.
6:55 on this Friday, August 7th.
Here's a look at the morning's top stories, starting with the president's executive order to shut down TikTok and WeChat in the U.S. The order would ban the social media app in the U.S. as long as it remains in the hands of its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. Now, the president's order says TikTok is a threat to U.S. security. Microsoft has reportedly been in talks to purchase the app.
And as back-to-school plans continue to be finalized by school districts in our area, questions continue to surround the issue of school funding. Later this morning, some Metro Detroit education leaders will host a media roundtable to discuss what they call a financial crisis as schools are facing this. The school officials want state lawmakers to fill the budget shortfall while waiting for federal funds. The education leaders from Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne counties will meet at 9:30. I'm Simon Chowdhury for 7 Action News.
It is a cool start to our Friday, but at least we'll see a lot of sunshine. Waking up, heading out in Commerce, you're at 50 degrees right now, low 60s by 9 a.m. and a whole lot of sunshine for our Friday, so we are looking good. High pressure keeps us nice and dry as we go through the day today, and our temperatures today will top off at 81 degrees. We'll see temperatures in 84 tomorrow, more humid, a chance for showers and storms by Sunday.
Take a live look now at our roads. This is I-94 and Shook. Things looking great out there this morning. No accidents slowing you down.
Well, coming up Monday at 6 a.m. first, it was mystery seeds. Now some people are getting face masks in the mail that they didn't order. What it means so you don't waste your money.
Plus, construction continues in Novi when drivers can see a little bit of relief.
Good morning, America's next on 7.